This car changed automotive industry in all the ex-Soviet Union countries and in China.
Once again, you tell me it's all in my head. Tell me I imagined all of it. And there's no one else, so don't worry. But we're always wiser in the end. Honestly, I thought your honesty meant something to you. In the end, all of your words.
Lixiang in 2019 had revenue of $56 million. In 2021, they had $3.6 billion. And that's a huge leap. It's like very, very big, gigantic leap in the car industry. So this is the one of the best-selling SUVs right now that moved away really far all the Germans from Kazakhstan, Russia, and all other CIS countries. And it's better than the Germans, Mercedes GLC and BMW X3. What is the most incredible part about the Lixiang in all the ex-Soviet Union countries, that not in one country we have official distribution or dealership and they're selling really good. Everybody ordering them from China. That's the amazing stuff that really shocks me every time. And despite of all the advantages of the car, that it took German market, that it took not German market, that it took the German competitors out of this region, this car is ugly. I cannot look at this car. I have a feeling that everybody in the design department in Lixiang were paid in cigarette butts, not in actual money. Or I also have strong feeling when I look at this car that the head designer family was taken and in the captive or like a hostage, and the designer didn't care about them and hate them and didn't want to get them back in his family. When I look at this car, like, this is how horrible it is. The front and the back, yes, they have the same concept, but it's the same shittiest concept I ever seen in my life. It pains me to understand the fact that inside the car is wonderful. It's made very good qualities, and it's a fairly reliable car. Handles good, all the great things I talk about it, but when I look at it, I cannot think of owning it every day and looking at this ugly face. That's very horrible. It's like ugly girl on the prom night. Nobody wants to touch it. This is the same feeling I get when I look at the car. That's a huge shame. There is also a previous generation of Lixiang. There was a car like that, and it looks amazing. I have no idea how it drives or what it has inside, but I've seen about 5-6 cars we have in our city. And it looks wonderful, it looks good, but, you know, everything else, like the new generation, is just full. Problems of this car is very, very interesting. So currently we're in Uzbekistan and we have very bad fuel. We have only 2 good petrol stations with good Euro 5, Euro 6 standards fuel. Everywhere else is not very good fuel. So this car hates bad fuel. If you put it and you drive it about 10 to 20,000 kilometers, your engine will literally blow up or will be very dirty, and that's it will not work. So what happened when this car came to Uzbekistan, I know personally about 10 people that drove this car. They drove it with bad fuel about 10, 15,000, maybe 20,000 kilometers, and that's it, the car stuck. And they put it in the service waiting for the new parts from China. The time they were waiting is about 3-4 months. So they decided to go and buy another new design, like, and then give it to the wife or to the mistress or to the second wife, somebody like that. And that's very interesting. I've never seen it before, when a person that has broken car goes and buy another one and does not wait, and then when it gets out of the service, he just uses the broken car. That's very, very interesting thing. Despite of the engine, sorry, I forgot about one story. So there's a YouTuber, he's from Kazakhstan. He went to Afghanistan on this car, and when he put the bad fuel in it, there it was broken. Then they brought from Afghanistan to Uzbekistan Here we fixed the engine. We put new engine, not fixed it. We just threw away the old one. We put new engine, then sent him off to Kazakhstan again. Link is below if you're interested. You can watch this video. Very interesting video. Anyway, let's go back to the car. So, except of the engine and the bad petrol, if you put good petrol in it and change oil on time and, take very good care of this engine, everything will be fine. despite of the engine, we have problems with the door handles. They get stuck sometimes. Also, the brains of the car are very sensitive to any interference. So in Russia and ex-Soviet Union countries, all those cars have been changed to the Russian language. And doing that procedure, the brains got damaged really bad and car just shut off. Fortunately, it's been about 2 years since we're doing this, and now we learned to do this without any damage to the car. And now everything is fine. Another problem is with the squeaks inside of the interior. It's a very rare problem, but it can happen to it. And it's very fixable, very fast, and very cheap. The body of the car is very strong. There is millions of videos where they throw all the objects in the car, they crash into the wall, they crash into the truck, the car survives and does it with very good safety standards. Under the hood, we have 4-cylinder 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, develops 154 brake horsepower, and is not connected to wheels at all. It's purely a generator. It charges the batteries all the time, and the only problem with this engine is you, or future owner. If you put the best fuel in it and don't care of the engine like you should, like any turbocharged engine, so take care of the cooling, change all the antifreeze every 60,000 kilometers, put the good fuel in it, and that's it. It will run forever. Which is good normal engine generator that works very good. So the only problem is with the engine is that it needs love and care. That's it. 0 to 100 kilometers, this car will get in about 5.4 seconds, and the range with the fuel tank and the full charger is 1,300 kilometers. It's just, incredible range with the fuel tank. Even this flight got shocked and wants to be in the camera. So yeah, that's the numbers, and they are very big. Interior of this car is the biggest advantage that it has over its rivals on the market right now. So here we have eco leather or artificial leather. The seats are made from the real leather. Everywhere else is the artificial leather, but it's nice. It's good to touch. Buttons are very intuitive. I use them and it just gives me pleasure. The thing that really alerted me first time I saw the pictures of this car is this steering wheel with the display here. When you look at it, you have internal hate for this technology because you don't understand the meaning why you need this. It's just horrible, and you have no idea how to use it. You think it will be useless. Also, it's a touch screen. You can adjust all the sport modes. That's also nice. But when you drive this car from first kilometer, I fell in love with this feature. It was so perfect. It looks horrible, but it's so useful. It's just very practical. I can see kilometers, I can see range, I can see battery, petrol, everything. And that's nice. It's nice. It's very practical. Also, we have wipers here that you need some time to get used to how to operate them. Gear lever, nice real leather on the steering wheel. Here we have 2 wireless charging, 3K screen that splits, and the problem with the screen is, first one is 2 days I'm driving this car and I cannot get used to all the buttons here. It's horrible, it's useless, and really it just distracts me all the time. They are too small and not too intuitive. Like, I have no idea where is what, and I always forget. This is just bad designing here. The response of the interior is very good. You can touch anything, it's very fast. When you drive this car and when you park it and somebody sits here and watches YouTube videos here, and if he looks at people running, cars driving, any action, you are scared because you cannot understand where to look at and what to trust. This side shows you camera 360 and everything that is moving in the real life. This side shows you YouTube videos. And I asked my passenger to stop watching it when I'm driving it. He looked at me like I'm the stupidest man in the world, but it's really very scary. I had this always fear in my heart every time I saw somebody running in the video, but I was driving it or parking it. Screen is great, 3K as I said before, very nice, but again, plays tricks on your mind. Seats are very nice to sit in, the pillow is good, you just relax and you feel very good. This seat for some reason scratches the panel here, and it makes horrible noise when the passenger changes it, the position in the seat. This one doesn't do that. I don't know why. When passenger sits here, maybe the railing is bad or something. I have no idea why is that noise coming out. What else? It's a nice place to be in. It's very comfortable. The tools here, very convenient. Here, very confusing. And overall, it's not a bad place to be. But the best thing in this car is, of course, the head-up display. It shows everything, all the danger, all the people. It shows everything. How the camera works, I have no idea, but I see the holographic graphic here. When I touch the indicator, I see the camera view here inside of the head-up display. I never seen this technology before in any car or in internet. I never heard of it, but it's very interesting to look at. It's not useful at all. I have no usage and no understanding where in real life I can, like where it can be beneficial for me. Really, just zero idea. But anyway, it's a really cool feature here. Let's go to the back. So at the back, you feel amazing. So we have this arm support. Everything is made where I'm touching right now from the artificial leather. This part is made from the real leather. And I feel very good. I feel so good that I would like to take a nap on my car review right now. It's so good, so relaxing. So this seat moves into some weight. So you can control the chair at the back. Sorry, seat, it's nice. Also, buttons are good. I'm sitting behind myself, behind my driving position. I'm 1.78 meters, and look at this space at the back. And this is the smallest lixiang L6, and the space is just amazing. That's just shocking. People that are sitting here in this exact seat can freely look at the TV at the front and see whatever is the front passenger looking at and listen to the entertainment at the front. Passengers here don't have this luxury. You can order from the factory screens here, and yeah, if you want to do this, you can do that. We have refrigerator for your cool drinks. That's amazing. $33,000 vehicle, even cheaper in China if you find some good dealer. $32,000 this car costs. We have heated and ventilated back seats here. Amazing. Chinese really destroying everyone right now. So another good feature that I really like is the pillow for the middle seater. Usually manufacturers of vehicles don't think about middle seaters at all. This is just most humiliated seat in the world, but here we have nice pillow, which is also very good to use. Behind this car we have radiator. This radiator can be damaged very easily with the cover, with the stones and anything that can happen. So be careful when you use this car and take care of the radiator. Maybe you can put some chicken fence behind it to protect it. This car handles much better than the Germans. This car has more power than the Germans, and it's softer without the air suspension than the Germans. Already all the performance are much higher than the Germans. The price-value ratio is just skyrocketing here, just demolishing everything that is right now on the market in the world, and nothing can come even close to it. But there are also some disadvantages, of course. This is a very new company, and you can see that when you drive this vehicle, especially here. So what we see here is that we don't have buttons to use the essential things when you drive. For example, the air conditioning, volume of the music. What else? Well, that's the thing that we use all the time, and you must get into the screen, and all the buttons here, the signs are very small and you have to search them. You always are distracted from the driving, and that's very annoying all the time. Another inconvenience is that we don't have actual sunroof. This is just glass and that's it. I don't see any practical point of having this panoramic roof without it opening. That's annoying. Another thing, the indicator. The indicator is one of the worst thing about this vehicle. So it was developed by people who never driven a car or have no idea how indicator works. First of all, when you push it, it cancels itself all the time. Whether you did the turn or not, it just lives its own life. I think it was made in some kind of gypsy factory using black magic. Nothing here is practical about it. But the quality of the head-up display is something amazing. When you touch the indicator, you see the actual footage, the camera footage right now here in the head-up display. I have no idea is it convenient or not, because I never used it before, and I drive this car about for 3 hours, and really I didn't decide yet, is it practical or is it just a gimmick that fun to look at. But it's shocking. It is shocking, definitely. So this car destroyed GLS and BMW X7. It doesn't drive as sharp as the X7 and as luxurious as GLS, but it costs almost 3 times less the L9 version of it, and it has 450 brake horsepower, same as here. And it has all the features in the world, and you can use it daily without taking a good care of this car, because there's only this engine, very small, and the maintenance cost is just pennies. That's it. If something breaks, you can order a new engine from China without any problems. And if you put good fuel and take care of it like a normal engine, it will not break. It will be reliable and solid, because this car on the market right now almost 4 years, nothing went wrong. I mean, there are some issues, but all the issues, because of its softness, the car is not so sharp to drive in the corners. It's a little bit wobbly, but it handles good. You can feel the wobbliness when you sharpen the corners or when you're attacking it, but it's okay. It's not so horrible that the handling is bad. Everything here for that price, for the $32,000, it's just amazing. You cannot believe that this is actually happening right now. And you look at the Germans and you understand why they're losing really hard today. Yes, the US market is still close to China, and this is the only market that they cannot get into. But the rest of the country, the Germans moved aside, Americans moved aside really far. Chinese are attacking really hard. Not Koreans and not Japanese did the same attack in their prime. Right now, the price ratio quality is just skyrocketing. You cannot even imagine why is it like this. Acceleration is amazing. Of course, it's an EV with the generator. It just flies away. 449 brake horsepower are really good. So full throttle right now, it jumps. It jumps. In the comfort mode, it delivers it very smoothly. In the sport mode, it jumps. But it does lack feedback from the gas pedal when you're driving about 60-70 kilometers and you floor it. It takes like 0.5 seconds or 1 second to adjust to your pedal. But the handling and the braking for this amount of money, it destroys any Tesla, like with the performance, with the fuel economy, and I mean, Tesla doesn't have the engine, but anyway, you have no anxiety of something going bad. The numbers I told you before with the range and everything is just crazy. Nobody gives that. And I have no idea why it did not enter the US market, like why US companies just don't buy the rights and then they just make this car in the United States, because it will outsell everything. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this wonderful Chinese car. Would I buy it for myself? No way. I hate Chinese vehicles without any logical reasons. This car is reliable, this car is fuel efficient, fast, comfortable. looks ugly, but this is not the reason I would not buy it. It's just I do not trust Chinese cars, not yet. I have no idea why. Maybe there's some old guy inside of me with the stick, like shouting at everybody, screaming V8 superchargers, twin turbo, let's burn all the EV cars. It's inside me all the time. That's why I hate this new trend. But if somebody would ask me for advice, I would recommend this car, because for $33,000, nothing can come even close to this vehicle. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this wonderful car. Take care and bye bye.